Now we're joined on News Across Nigeria by the Kano State Commissioner for Information, Mohammed Govt, to tell us more about the state's government's empowerment program. You're welcome to News Across Nigeria. Just how many people is the government targeting with this empowerment scheme?
Well, complement of the season from 2015, when His Excellency the Governor was inaugurated, bearing in mind the large number of population we have in Kano, especially considering the fact that since we have large population, then it means we are going to have quite a number of youth who are unemployed. So we decided to embark on a massive enlightenment program so that the youth can be engaged. And we have this issue of skills acquisition program, which was staged into two different stages. One, that is what we call the immediate measures to be taken by government, an interim measure. So we engage most of these youth in the training, short-time training of 1 week, 2 weeks. At the end of the training in areas of skills, we give capital, and then we purchase the type of trade, equipment for the type of trade, which some of these youths were able to be trained. And then the long time is the one that we engaged most of these companies, especially the PAN Training Center that is in Kaduna, where we sent about 72 in 2006, then 150 youths in 2007, and then 200 in 2008, and then 200 again in 2018. And the purpose of this actually is to engage in extensive training of 1 year. At the end of it all, the youth will be given equipment in areas of either plumbing, in areas of mechatronic, among others. And then we're able to give them a capital of 50,000 naira each that will assist them to have their workshops, in addition to the fact that we got a proposal from PAN Learning Center where we are building about 20 workshops that this youth that were able to be trained would be clustered so that they will engage in different type of trade. And then His Excellency also thought that since most of the government establishment as well as the private companies that we have in Kano cannot accommodate the large number of youth that we have, so the governor decided to build a multi-billion naira skills acquisition center, which is located along Zaria Road. It is named before Aliko Dangote Skills Acquisition Center, where we'll be training about 24 different types of skill. We intend to formally inaugurate the center, God willing, in January, between January to February. And it is important to note that the building has been completed 100%. The equipment has been purchased 100%. And we are just working on modalities so that these youth can be engaged in this multi-billion naira skills acquisition center. So
we see that you target, sorry to interrupt you, we see that you target the youth and women. How much has been achieved? Have you been able to measure so far the impact as far as reducing unemployment, or it's too early to tell?
Well, I think in terms of figures, I would say from 2015 to 2019, we're able to engage between 850 to 900,000. And we're able to do that because whatever trade we're able to train our youth and women, we have what we call a monitoring team and committee that goes round to ensure that most of those youths that have been engaged, actually, they are utilizing the skills which they are able to train. So, for instance, for the PAN Training Center, the first and the second set, all of them are now engaged in various workshops across the state. And we're able to extend that to some local government areas. We have 44 local government areas across the state. We started with the 3 senatorial districts, and we're able to engage about two workshops in each of the senatorial districts that we have. And believe you me, when we went around to inspect, we saw them, most of them were able to employ between 3 to 4 youths that are working directly under them. So we are really monitoring, and our target actually for 2019 is about 1 million. But if you are targeting 1 million and you are able to achieve 850 to 900,000, I think that is a very, very good number. So I think we are really working very hard to ensure that we engage this youth. But most importantly, those of them who are of school age, that's why His Excellency the Governor introduced free basic compulsory primary and secondary school education in Kano. It was declared about 4 months ago.
Good number. Sorry to interrupt you, Honorable Commissioner, but we'll have to leave it there. Very good number, and obviously a dream come true for the beneficiaries, and going forward, progress for the Kano State government as far as reducing unemployment is concerned. Thank you so much for joining us. The Commissioner for Information, Kano State, Mohammed Gaduba. Thank you so much for being on News Across Nigeria. Compliments of the season to you. And coming up on the program today, the Adamawa State government flags off construction of township roads at a cost of 5.8 billion naira. Please stay with us.